The lantern light moved from one to the next, guiding without pressure, never rushing, never fading too far behind. The world beyond the path seemed to dissolve, houses, fields, worries, all slipping quietly out of reach, until there was only the thread of light ahead and the closeness beside him. Aylin's shoulder brushed his arm again, this time staying there just long enough to feel intentional, just long enough to let warmth settle between them, like a shared memory forming in real time. Rowan felt his thoughts soften, as if edges were being smoothed away by the hush of night, by the simple certainty that he was not alone here, that whatever this quiet pull between them was, it did not need to declare itself. It could simply exist, breathing slowly, growing stronger, in stillness, lantern by lantern. The path unfolded, each step an invitation to remain present. Aylin's gaze lifted occasionally, following the lantern glow upward where light met shadow. And for a moment, Rowan imagined this was how hearts learned to trust, by walking forward together into soft darkness, guided not by certainty, but by steady, gentle light. And when Aylin finally spoke again, her voice was barely above breath, saying that nights like this made her believe the world wanted rest as much as people did. Rowan answered without thinking that perhaps the world rests through us, through moments like this, when we allow ourselves to slow down. And she smiled at him, then not hurried, not shy, but open and calm, and something unspoken settled quietly between them, like a promise that did not need words. The lanterns hummed again softly, or perhaps it was only their shared contentment echoing into the night. The path curved onward, and they followed without hesitation, two figures wrapped in warm light, moving deeper into evening, letting the quiet lead them exactly where they needed to be. As the path curved, the lanterns grew slightly farther apart, and the space between light and shadow deepened, creating pockets of quiet where the night felt softer, heavier, more intimate. Aylin slowed without meaning to, and Rowan slowed with her, not because he noticed, but because their bodies had already learned the language of walking together. The rhythm they shared adjusted naturally, as if guided by something deeper than thought. The silence here felt different, fuller, the kind that invites rather than waits. And Rowan became aware of the space between them, not as distance, but as something alive, something gently pulling like the calm tug of tide against shore. Aylin lifted her gaze toward the sky, where branches framed small windows of stars blinking awake, slowly unhurried, as if stretching before sleep. The cool air moved lightly through the leaves, creating a hush that wrapped around them and held them there for a moment.